So, what was the mysterious handbag of the gods? We see this depicted in the statues and steles columns in Sumer, in Mesopotamia, America, and Göbekli Tepe of Turkey. So, how is it possible that thousand-year-old depictions of the Anunnaki of Sumeria show the gods carrying a mysterious bag, and then halfway around the world we found the same thing depicted by ancient Mesoamerican civilizations? Depicted by the ancient Sumerian representations of the Anunnaki in Mesopotamia, the mysterious handbag of the gods is seen in several cultures in America and also in Göbekli Tepe. They are not necessarily holding it with the same hand. Mesopotamia is holding it with the left hand, and America is holding it with the right hand. But what is this? Is this a coincidence? Compelling evidence found in the last couple of decades has proven mankind is a species with amnesia, it seems. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. The countless discoveries made all across the earth has forced us to question everything about the origin of mankind, ancient cultures, and history in general. Now, we do have, I'm updating some very archaeological texts, ancient Greek texts, showing that the craft that the ancient Greeks are talking about were actually spaceships. And this reminds us of the ancient technology that Thoth the Atlantean describes in the Emerald Tablets. You find a playlist of that in my playlist of videos. Tremendous technology. Not only did they have air flight and interstellar travel, they also had the technology to have interdimensional travel. And from what Thoth was saying, it was a matter of time before divine intervention because they were using and misusing their technology for the detriment of mankind. Now, going back to this, slowly, piece by piece, we've been exploring, gathering small pieces of a massive puzzle that has driven us in the right direction when searching for answers mainstream scholars have not been able to answer fully. So how can we explain the countless similarities among civilizations that inhabited Earth thousands of years ago, which were separated by tens of thousands of miles? Why did nearly all ancient cultures on Earth decide to build pyramids, for example? Why were so many pyramids eerily similar? Now, we have that answer from the Emerald Tablets written by Thoth the Atlantean. He claims that he was to be credited with the Giza Plateau pyramids, and he also has other pyramids in Egypt that he is credited with building. He even said to us in the Emerald Tablets that his spaceship is buried under a sphinx near a pyramid plateau. He says that various Atlanteans have escaped the sinking of Atlantis and gone to other areas of the world, and the first things they did was erect pyramids. They had very advanced technology. And if you have time, please try and read those, listen to those videos because it's mind-boggling what he talks about. Now, so the pyramids. Well, Thoth says that they were built by Atlanteans. Now, the 10th Sumerian tablet, the Anunnaki built the pyramids. Yes, they were Anunnaki. From what Thoth was telling us, yes, they were not, well, they were, we have various extinction level events that have taken place on Earth. One of them that's written even in the Holy Bible in the book of Genesis is the Great Flood, the Deluge. But we have various extinction level events. Anthropologists are also telling us that with Homo sapien humans, there were other type of hominids, human type species living alongside Homo sapiens. Now, the Denisovians, for example. But we don't know if the Anunnaki are still around. There are various archaeologists that claim that a lot of these UFO sightings that we have around us could be the ancient Atlantean remnants that are still around, hiding around various locations of Earth. I don't know. That's just another theory. But going back to this, it's as if nearly all ancient civilizations followed the same blueprint. It's as if somehow ancient cultures were interconnected thousands of years ago. One of the most interesting and mind-boggling enigmas can be traced back to ancient Mesopotamia, commonly referred to as the cradle of civilization, where a mysterious motif has driven many authors to question history as we have been taught. The ancient Sumerians depicted the ancient Anunnaki with curious items. Two of the most interesting objects seen in the ancient Sumerian deities were the hand watch, seen on nearly all depictions, and also the mysterious bag carried by these gods, quote-unquote gods. Curiously, if we travel thousands of kilometers around the globe, from Mesopotamia to the Americas, we will find that the ancient Mayas, Aztecs, and other civilizations ancient civilizations utilized the same motif when depicting their deities. Also, if we travel to Egypt, we will see that the Anki symbol was also carried around by the gods, just as the mysterious handbag in ancient Mesopotamia and the Americans. Why is it that ancient civilizations in America, Egypt, and ancient Mesopotamia depicted their deities carrying a mysterious object in their hand, this little handbag? Is it possible that all ancient cultures in America, Egypt, and Mesopotamia were visited by these same gods? Now we know that the Native American Indians said that they were visited by sky gods, the star people, as they say, and they used to call them Anu. Isn't that strange that that name also sounds like Anunnaki? They called them the Anu, and that they were coming down, landing from the stars, from the heavens, with spaceships. Now, the ancient Anunnaki were nearly always represented in a humanoid form, even though numerous traits indicate clear differences between the Anunnaki and ordinary humans. The facial features of the ancient Anunnaki gods were always well hidden, thanks to the large beards. And just as the ancient Sumerians depicted their deities in a humanoid form, the ancient Egyptians and different cultures in the Americas did the same thing. The obvious question here is why? Why did ancient cultures separated by thousands of kilometers from each other depict their deities in nearly identical ways? Also, how is it even possible that the ancient Sumerians depicted their gods carrying a mysterious bag and that people halfway across the world did the same thing? At the archaeological site of La Venta, we'll find a stone stele, a column, depicting the ancient Mesoamerican god Quetzalcoatl, who is curiously holding in his hand the same bag we see in ancient Sumerian depictions. But this is not the only site in Mexico where the curious representation was found. If we travel to Tula, an important regional center which reaches its height at the capital of the Toltec Empire between the fall of Teotihuacan and the rise of Tenochtitlan, we'll find their massive Atlantean statues. And if we observe closely, we'll notice once again the mysterious handbag is present. If we travel to Göbekli Tepe, located on a remote hilltop in southern Turkey, we will find the same thing there. Göbekli Tepe is one of the oldest, if not oldest, ancient megalithic temples on our planet. It's over 12,500 years old. There, intricate, massive stone pillars arranged into a set of rings stand tall and proud, telling a millennia-old story when different civilizations ruled over the planet. The massive stones were believed to have been carved by Neolithic hunter-gatherers over 12,000 years ago, even though recent evidence points towards the fact that the mysterious temple, which consists of the three huge stone circles, was deliberately buried for an unknown reason in the distant past. I don't believe it was deliberately buried. I believe that there was some kind of an event, perhaps an asteroid strike or a volcanic eruption, which caused a mud flood, and it was covered by such mud floods, covered by them. Now, after 13 years of digging, archaeologists investigated the ancient site have failed to recover a single stone-cutting tool. No one has been able to understand how ancient mankind, which was believed to be incapable of such feats, erected some of the greatest stoneworks on the planet. Does the presence of the mysterious bag carried by the gods indicate that these two cultures connected in a mysterious way? Why did ancient cultures depict their gods carrying the mysterious handbags? What was inside? And you can see most of them are sort of square-shaped. They basically are of the same size, aren't they? Now, what was inside? And most importantly, how is it even possible that the mysterious handbag is present in different civilizations around the globe, which according to mainstream scholars were never connected? And you can see that they're carrying them very, very prominently. Anyway, what if the ancient Anunnaki depicted by the ancient Sumerians and the gods who visited the ancient Maya, Aztec, Toltec of Mexico, and Olmec civilizations are in fact the same? Well, they could be, according to what we have one answer from Thoth the Atlantean of the Emerald Tablets, who lived tens of thousands of years ago. That's at the time when the Sumerian gods lived tens of thousands of years. They had tremendous longevity, is what Thoth the Atlantean explains to us in the Emerald Tablets, and tremendous technology. So what could have been carried by the gods that was so important that nearly all ancient cultures had to illustrate this on their statues? It was that important they had to show it on their statues. Obviously, it had to do something about knowledge, some kind of application of technology, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it was their briefcase with their tiny laptops inside. Who knows? Anyway, please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is on Humans Are Free from Ancient Code. Thank you.